Hello and welcome to this bundle roundup video. It sure has been a while since the last one, but that's just basically because there weren't any bundles that I liked, at least not enough to do a video about them. And if you looked at my Twitter too, there weren't a lot of deals that I tweeted about because there just wasn't a lot of interesting stuff and also a lot of bundles that I've seen before. So yeah, I just found some bundles that I really liked. But some of them are also almost over, but I waited to do a video just to see if there were some other bundles that I liked as well, so I had enough for a full episode. So yeah, let's go into the games. So first off, the free game. This time it's again Origin with the On the House program. You can get Medal of Honor Pacific Assault for free. So yeah, basically I think you all know this by now. You just go into Origin, you sign in, and you click to get the game, and that's it. You can just go to free games and then On the House, and the game will be in your library forever. So now let's go to the next bundle. The next bundle is from Groupees. This one is almost over at the time of recording, 1 day and 22 hours, but when this is uploaded I think it will be more about 1 day and maybe 18 hours around that time. So Miracle of Sound is one of my favorite artists. It's by far the artist I listen to the most. He had a bundle on Groupees with his albums level 1 to level 5, yeah 5, that you could get for a really low amount. And this time he creates a bundle with some of his friends that do music. And like you have the first album, Whispers by Charm. Charm has been used in some of his songs too. So yeah, overall I listened to some of the clips. Not everything was to my liking, but there were some interesting albums in here, I think. And also if you haven't bought any of the music from Miracle of Sound, this is a cheap way to get level 7. Because you only need to pay $5 instead of the 10 he normally asks on Bandcamp. So yeah, you can just see albums on the page and listen to samples. There isn't much I can say about it since it's music, and I'm not very familiar with a lot of these, but from the samples I did like a chunk of them, so I included the bundle in here. So next up we have not one but two Humble bundles. The first one is the Humble Indie Bundle 18. This one mostly for Ziggurat, which is a roguelike shooter, but for pay what you want, so $1 or more, you can also get Windward, which I have never heard of, but seems to be a game a little bit like Sid Meier's Pirates, and SteamWorld Heist, which has of course a lot of good reviews. I wasn't really into it myself, but I have some friends that are. For pay more than the average, which at the current time is $7.46, you get Kentucky Route Zero with the Season Pass edition, which if I remember right is kind of a point and click adventure game. Beholder, I don't know much about that game. Goat Simulator Goatee, so with all the DLC, basically Game of the Year edition they mean by it. Not a game that I'm interested in at all. It's by Coffee Stain Studios, the guys who made the Sanctum games. Yeah, some people are into it, but you all know this game, so you know if you want this game or not if you don't have it. But the next game, A Story About My Uncle, it's also a game made by Coffee Stain Studio. But this one is a really good game. It's basically a graffiti platformer, 3D platformer. It's not a long game, but I think most people will like this game. But for me, just because of the music and how it looks, Neon Drive is the standout of this game list. Neon Drive looks so cool. Just look at this trailer. And if you pay more than $13, you can get Owlboy, which is of course a really good game. And the other Humble bundle is the Humble Game On bundle, which is the newest one. You still have 13 days to get the games from this bundle. So for pay what you want, you can get Worms Clan Wars, which is a really good deal for $1, but if you think about the new Worm game that is out, that is completely different again with the 2D animations and is also a lot better. I don't know if you really want this game right now. 80 Days is also a really good game that I couldn't get into. It's more a story-driven game. It's also for iOS. I think it's better to play on the mobile device, but it's a really good game. And Her Story, which is very interesting, where you are on a police computer and you need to find out if she's telling the truth. Mostly FMV based. This was a game that I wanted to play for a very long time. And for pay more than the average, which at the time of recording is $5.50, you can get Grim Fandango Remastered. Not a game that I'm into. I like the music, but just the gameplay is so awful to me. The Stanley Parable, which I think almost all of you got, if not by this bundle. And then Broken Sword 5, The Serpent Guide, which is, I think, a very old game that they did a remake of. At least it is a very old series, which is a story-driven adventure series. And then for pay $10 or more, you can get Day of the Tentacle Remastered, which again I don't really like because of the gameplay style. I'm just not into the Tim Schafer old point and clicks. Or you can get Borderlands the pre-sequel. And yeah, I hate Borderlands, so not for me. But it is a good deal if you are into these games and you haven't bought them yet. And this time we again end with bundle stars. This time the Best of Indie Legend bundle, because this is a really solid bundle. I would have bought it instantly if I didn't already own almost all of the games in this bundle. So you can get for €3.79 Viscera Cleanup Detail and Viscera Cleanup Detail House of Horror DLC. You know this game, you have seen this game, I'm sure of it. You can get an Epic, which is a cool RPG, a cool take on RPG. Insurgency, which is like Counter-Strike but more hardcore. You don't have any UI that can help you. You just really only see A, B, C and the points you need to take. And scopes that are really scopes. The only problem is servers. They are sometimes hard to find because they don't have dedicated servers. Freedom Planet, which is a really good Sonic, I don't want to say knockoff, it's just a Sonic fan game turned into a full game. Although I didn't really like it, and I do like the Sonic games, but I felt that the camera was too close to the characters in this game, and that the characters were a little bit too big. But yeah, many Sonic fans do regard this as a really good game, so your call. Skullgirls and Skullgirls Second Encore Upgrade DLC, basically one of the best 2D fighting games. Little League, which still has some bugs and isn't really playable in single player, but if you can play this multiplayer, especially couch co-op with controllers, this is one of the most fun games you can play. Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball, which is also a really fun game if you can get the people to play it with, because I think the servers are pretty much dead at the moment. And the last game is Memoria, which I haven't heard of before, but just because of, I would say, everything except Memoria, because I don't know it, this game is worth buying, so really pick this one up. And with this we come to the end of the episode. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.